All right, so we should be back. I fixed everything, hopefully, and we should resume back into the draft. What do you see for us right now, though?
Well, nothing much revealed by either team so far. Team Tinker took Troll first pick. Dire, if Troll's up and you have first pick and you're on Dire, you're probably taking Troll Warlord. So that everything's pretty normal so far. Tongfu takes Lion, pretty solid pickup as well. They already banned a hero that's is really good against Lion, which is Sniper. So it's Lion Axe again, fairly highly prioritized heroes. Axe, I mean, Axe is not the world's best hero, but he's still very, very strong. And if your playstyle fits with him, he's worth first picking. So Troll probably Arteezy. Arteezy's been playing Troll a whole bunch lately, both in officials and in pubs. So all fairly, really, really standard. And then Earthshaker is still a pretty standard hero.
Yeah, there's nothing that's like out of the question. Whenever Troll's up, Arteezy is more than happy to play it. Or Black. Black. He's played one too many anti-mage game, and I know he wants to switch things up. But the Earthshaker pair with the Troll 2 is insane in itself, and I've been enjoying all these first round Earthshaker picks. I say it pretty much every time I cast because I'm such a fan of Earthshaker, but
He's a really strong hero.
he's so
He's
good.
frequently worth picking early. I mean, he's got great initiation range. He's a good counter ganker. He's actually not the worst roamer just because of the range of Fissure. He's just a really strong hero. And Team Tinker likes to, especially when you got Arteezy on your team, you want a hero that's gonna be pretty defensive, make space for farm. I mean, they've got Arteezy and Black in this game, so you're gonna need a lot of space.
Yeah, you're gonna need a hell of a lot of space for both of them to farm up, but we'll see. Like the Earthshaker gives you so much as it is, and with the Solar Spirit ban as well, no pickoff potential onto the Earthshaker lost there, or well, pickup potential is lost there with that pick or with that ban, and then the Enigma gone too. And I've been enjoying myself some jungling Enigma as well, watching quite a few of the pros play it. It's been pretty effective. You get you get your mech carrier, you get yourself someone who has a huge amount of control of Black Hole, Malefice, and the Eidolons to push, and you're just rounding everything up nicely. And I don't think
Yeah.
we've talked about Tongfu.NA at all. These players, I believe they're playing in North America, but they're all just
Yeah.
like Chinese exchange students, like you said.
Yeah, they're all college students who live in China. So this is not. I think they've made a roster change since I've seen this team last. I don't see Burning DD. I don't see a couple other players, but it's still like there's basically like three main Chinese stacks that play together in NA, are all on the leaderboards. They all have 6K plus MMR, and they're all pretty good teams. And Tongfu.NA is one of those three. The other two are Boreal and Void Boys. So this is the one that isn't Boreal and isn't Void Boys.
All right.
CY is like 7K, Wei is 6K, Baidu Emperor is somebody's 6K Smurf account. So, they're all pretty strong players that stack together a lot. I don't think this team has played together that much, or I haven't seen them that much since they got the Tongfu sponsorship, but I don't know.
That's cool. All right, so we'll see them in effect now, and I mean they're going to be against some of the strongest talent that North America has to offer. So, oh boy, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is this,
Yep.
is, this is always fun to see like the gap bridge a little bit, and these guys get to play. And now we're into the next phase of the picks. We got the Doctor out of the way. We got the Queen of Pain out of the way too. She's a big pain in the ass to a lot of players, and Team Tinker don't want to deal with that.
Quap's really strong against Troll as well. She's,
Yep.
she's a solid counterpick to that hero. Even after he gets BKB, she can still ult him. Before he gets BKB, Dagger, she can play Keep Away. He can't stick on her because she has Blink. It's a solid ban. And then the Enigma ban, like you said, he's a strong hero. But also, Team Tinker almost every game will just pick a super sacrificial lane help support for Pylai, and then Wei2 will what's a nice way to say it? He'll sort of AFK farm in the jungle on the other support hero, and Enigma's probably the best hero right now for that. So they're trying to push Tinker into picking like Chen or something. I really don't like Wei2's Chen, so if they do pick it, I think it's a little bit of an advantage for Tongfu.
Okay. Chen has also been another thing that's been banned away from Secret like every game. You don't ever see Chen not banned away from Secret because they'll first pick it, no problem. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arteezy is like, hey, Chen's kind of through. We could take it if we want, but they go for the Zeus instead and support Zeus. You calling it? You want the support Zeus, or is that going to be like the off lane or the mid for Arteezy?
They could mid the Zeus. We'll have to see. It's pretty diverse. I think Zeus is a good pick. He's really good against. He's amazing against Dax. He's actually okay against Omni because Omni really nerfs like teams that rely on like single target magic, but
Yep.
Zeus hits everybody. So
Yeah, just Thunder God's Wrath and you're good to go. Oh boy. But also, the Omni's a good counter against the troll too. Like if he tries to just all in you, you just pop the GA and you turn yourself. And you have some good counter engage too with the axe and the lion.
I think Omni's a fine pick for
Yep.
sure. I think you're probably right. I think I would probably run the Zeus support, but it does drafting Zeus like this is pretty flexible where
Yeah.
they could rotate it depending on what they're gonna wait to see what Tongfu picks. If it's a winning matchup for Zeus, I don't see why they wouldn't put a mid, but if it's a losing matchup for Zeus, they could just support.
Yep, just let him go zap around the ground and look for some wards. So Tongfu, we still need to see what their core is going to be, and there it is, the Juggernaut. And Juggernaut isn't too bad against the troll as long as he does get by the Whirling Axes pre-Omni Slash, and either way, troll can get bashed out late game, but he's a good way to fight against the Jug. Or Jug is a good way to fight against the troll. You get your own Scotty, you get yourself some chase potential, and the healing ward is also pretty tough to kill at times. So you gotta always keep an eye out for that. But I like
It's an
this.
interesting matchup. It can actually tilt either way. It really depends on how the Jug plays it. Well, it actually depends on how the Troll plays it in some ways. Because Troll can actually, because he has the ability to convert into ranged, he can kill the healing ward.
Mm-hmm.
And Troll can also use blinding the blinding spin axes,
Yeah,
the
the
whirling
whirling
axes
axes, yes.
melee, before Jug Omni slashes, and then Jug has the mischance on his not the actual jump damage, but the in between attacks, which is a huge damage reduction for Jug and Omni slash. So I don't know. It's not. I don't think Jug's an amazing pick. It's just sort of like this is one of the best carries left in the pool. He's got solid play at all stages of the game. Why not?
Yeah. So
Good against Zeus too.
okay, they pick up the Shadow Demon. Interesting.
Purges things off of Omni's targets.
Yeah. No more repel. You don't have to worry about it defuse the carry or anything like that.
Purges GA too, I believe.
Mm-hmm. It should. I haven't actually seen this in interaction in a long time, so we'll
I mean, nobody
see.
plays SD.
I'm sure all the 6K MMR chat people will tell us too, but that's in 2 minutes.
Also, there's a couple of things. SD is a weird hero because he seems like he should be amazing, and then you play him, and he's usually just garbage. But Soul Catcher is really good with burst damage heroes like Zeus. We talked about Purge. Axe illusions spin, so if you disrupt the axe, you can generate spinning illusions. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. Also, those illusions will catch Omni Slash bounces. Again, like a lot of times you see Shadow Demon picked, you can list these like 50 things that he can do that are amazing.
Yeah, and then he doesn't.
But, yeah, exactly, and then nothing happens. So it's a gutsy pick. I think Tinker might be trying new things out. We haven't actually seen this team play in like a week, I think.
At least
in a
this
real
combination of players, like, oh jeez.
I wonder where Quakeva is, because I thought they were boot camping starting yesterday or something, so you'd think everybody would be in the house, but...
Okay. So, final pick, any thoughts? Any thoughts on what it would possibly be?
Well, Tongfu thinks that Tinker is going to get a team fighting mid, so that's why they banned the Brew there. So they definitely think that it's... Well, actually, I wonder. Brew, maybe thought they might run offlane Brew, because they have Earthshaker, Zeus, SD, and I doubt the SD is in a core role, so that's probably Earthshaker, SD, support, Zeus mid. So Tinker needs basically an offlaner, Tongfu definitely needs a mid, so they ban the Viper. Viper means it's definitely Zeus mid, because they wouldn't ban the Viper otherwise. Also, these a lot of these 6K MMR China decks like Viper a little more than the average team does, so Viper's a good ban against them.
Just a personal kind of thing?
I don't know, I've gotten my butt kicked by 6K MMR Vipers too many times to count, so...
Oh, okay, you're a little happy about that ban. So
I just think it's smart.
okay. So the mid we need for Tongfu, what will it possibly be? And it's the Ember Spirit. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's been laying dormant. So looking for Ferrari 430 play. We'll see.
Be good. The thing about Ember is sometimes you need Ferrari 430 level play for that hero to do anything.
Yeah. Sometimes he's like, all right, I got my Battle Fury at 19 minutes. I'm ready to go. Got my Crystallis at 21, and now you're all dead. Other times he's like, all right, I got drums.
A lot of
and
times
Aquila.
It's like, yeah, I have drums, I have a perseverance, and I'm persevering. But it's good against Zeus. It's a really strong matchup against Zeus. So. This is going to push Tinker to maybe flip up the lanes a little bit.
Yeah. All right, this is interesting now. Team Tinker, last pick. What do you got for us for your off-lane? Clockwork's been played a lot today. The Mag. Oh, boy, the Magnus. So, we get Empowered Troll. We get potential for Empowered Earthshaker. No, I'm just kidding. I would love to see Core Earthshaker here, but that's not going to happen.
I had that thought, but Quakeva's not on the game, and he's the only guy on this team that plays carrier.
Yeah, and way too.
If Quakeva's in, then there would be that risk, but... No, I think Magnus is pretty solid here. I mean, you've got all these melee. You've got, I mean, Ember Spirit's like a pseudo weird, not really melee guy, but Jug's melee. Omni is gonna have to get into the fight until he gets Ags. Axe gets into the fight, so that's a lot of opportunities for Magnus to have high impact RPs. And obviously, Empower. Arteezy's probably like, could you please get a Magnus and just give me Empower and then AFK for 50 minutes? Thanks in advance.
Can you just sit behind me when you have your Blink Dagger and just Empower Blink away all the time?
Yeah,
please.
Bulba's like, fine.
So this is going to be game 1, guys, here between Tongfu.NA and Team Tinker. So let's do some roster coverage as we got Baidu Emperor, the only stand-in for the Tongfu side. CY will be playing your Ember Spirit in mid. We got Linga, I don't know how to say his name, on the Lion. And then Wei will be playing your Juggernaut to farm that one position. And offlane will be your Sharkney Godfan. And they had some lobby chat banter before. And they were saying how big a fan of Arteezy they were. So maybe they get a little starstruck here and that'll infect their play. Who knows?
Maybe. Archer's a popular guy.
Pretty popular indeed.
Alright, so on the Dire side, like we said, there is a stand-in playing. It's stand-in Tinky Winky, aka R2 Arteezy Babayev. He's going to be playing the Troll Warlord, safe lane farmer, supported by Pylai Dai on the Shadow Demon, an unusual hero choice. We'll see what Pylai Dai manages to make of it. Your other support is going to be Way Too Sexy under the alt nick Pig Panda. He's going to be on the Earthshaker. Then middle is going to be Black on Zeus up against that Ember Spirit, and then the offlane is going to be Bulba on Magnus.
Oh, they put Black in mid? That's weird. I like seeing him play one position, but that's a fight. That's fine.
I think Black's a pretty... I mean, they can go either way.
I think he's pretty. Oh, nice.
That was like a quarter of a sentence. I mean, he actually traded off mid and carry when he played on, what was the Chinese team's name? CIS.
Oh, nice fissure. Okay. And
then on VG, I think he played mid SF some games, but usually safe lane.
Alright, so it seems that Team Tinker have picked up both of these bounty runes, and there's some stat out there saying that 63% of teams who do get the first 2 bounty runes win the game. So we'll see if that stands true here.
It's so anti-hype. I don't even want to think about that.
Alright, game's over, guys. We're going to game 2.
I mean...
Play some Darude and get out of here.
Pretty good start for Tinker, definitely. I think Tongfu had some play around the runes. I think they could have probably at least gone for one. I'm surprised that they sort of seeded both, but it's not the end of the world. And then Earthshaker obviously blocked for Magnus, which will give Magnus a really, really good start overall. Bounty rune plus free XP from the first wave means he gets level 2, which means he can start Shockwave, get a couple last hits, and still have Skewer really, really fast. That's really, really good for a Magnus offlane.
Yeah, this is all Bubble could ever hope for, so we'll see. And up top, the Axe is already retreated out. He's still level 1, took counter Helix, and he doesn't want to deal with any of the Shadow Poison that's coming out from Pylai Dai. So he'll
Poison first.
Yeah. He didn't start, anything else. Just raw poison. He built up some stacks and harassed off pretty heavily, so we're gonna see what Shark can do here in the jungle.
Oh man, that's a fully lock offlaner out of offlane focused build. You don't that frequently see poison first, I think, but he did pack Clarity. He started Clarity, Tango, and Boots of Speed, which means he can maneuver against the Axe and get tons of stacks of poison on it. It's a kind of an unorthodox but neat choice from Pylai Dai, I think.
Alright,
no roaming potential though.
True. But once he's level 2, he can roam. You just get the disruption and then you just stack up a little bit of poison.
You're right.
So we'll see. Black in the meantime in this mid lane is just trouncing CY. He's already forced to Bottle Crow for the first time, and yeah, this Arc Lightning harass has been way too much. And
as Ember levels, this becomes a more even matchup. It's really Zeus tilted for the first couple levels, but I mean the bounty rune doesn't help because Black is half a level ahead.
Yeah, and it's forcing CY to go 2 points in the Flame Guard, and without Searing Chain, there's no real gank potential, even though there's a Lion out there that could smoke up early. And I'm wondering, he's got a haste rune. Where does he go with this? Linga.
I'm not sure that any any Sleight of Fist was right. He probably could be 1-0-2 right now, which would give them a little bit more gank.
There's the haste. This is gonna backfire if he. Never mind. Okay, I'm like, is he gonna go mid? Oh, he can get this.
57.
Oh, the pig. The pig. He's gonna go down.
Really cute career.
Goodbye.
Maybe not.
Yep. Juke in the vision. Oh, they got the stun. Oh my god.
That's a pretty sick play for way too, honestly.
Oh
I mean, they didn't save the
my.
courier, and it had bottle on it, so that's definitely a huge win for Ember. But they did get first blood, so that's good for way too. Oh my God, way too bought a bottle, and he's gonna give Black the bottle. That is
What a
really
play.
dedicated. Oh no, he sold it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
That would be sick though.
Just buys the bottle, gives it to him, be like, here to make up space. But then later on, that's like a 700 gold investment that's just
Well, no,
kind of
because the
lost.
courier bottle can just go to the Earthshaker then.
Yeah, but what's a support Earthshaker gonna do with the bottle? He's gonna camp runes? Come on.
I guess. Maybe the SD can take the courier bottle. SD can use the bottle.
True.
And he's jungling. Look at this.
He is? Oh yeah, he's just poison stacking. He's got 2 points in it too, so he's heavily committed.
Mana for it, yeah.
Oh man.
This is when you need the other bottle, man.
Just
Jungle Shadow Demon.
pick it up way too. Get him the bottle. But how
I mean,
the
with
rest of these
mana,
lanes
you
go?
can stack a jungle. Like this 4-stack could be split between Shadow Demon and Zeus if they really wanted.
You mean Shadow Demon and Earthshaker just to level 1? That's pretty juicy fissurage. Oh, you got a Mud Golem stack too.
See if ES had a bottle.
Oh, that's a bottle's regen too. Jeez, you are right. You're 100% right there. That was
I'm
the
not,
scenario
'cause
that
you'd have
needed
to
bottle.
walk all the way back to Fountain, pick up the bottle, then walk all the way to the room.
Black, can you defend this regen room real quick?
Exactly.
All right. Well, this Axe is having a pretty tough time. His jungling came to just him getting level 4 and going back into the troll who's level 5, almost level 6. And it seems like they might be wanting to go for a gank here. Still level 1 is way too, but a fissure block and he's dead.
Yeah, all you need is Fissure, really. Because Arthur is high enough level that they could do it. But Axe, I think, knows that there's probably somebody here.
Oh, no, we got the wrong side. The 50-50. Oh,
I
jeez.
mean, kinda.
Oh, okay, I'm wrong on the 50-50.
That's the nice way of putting it, but either way, I mean, it doesn't make that much of an impact. Arthur's farming very well, Black's farming well mid. Boba, is he getting levels? Yeah, he's getting pretty good levels here. So.
Yeah.
All clear so far for Team Tinker.
Gotta talk about Tongfu though, you know, they're the heavy underdogs here, obviously, with the stack that Team Tinker presented them with. And this is...
The line haste play was really good, I think. There was no way he shouldn't have gone for the kill, and he didn't. He went for the courier, which was much smarter and much higher percentage play. So that actually saved the Ember's mid lane, which was otherwise going pretty poorly. So Ember's leveling. That's important at this stage. Axe is sort of leveling, which is good. So I don't know. I don't think they're in horrible shape. The main problem for me is Jug is getting massively out-farmed. Like, look how far behind Jug is relative to Troll, and he's still taking tons of damage.
Yeah, he's going for the stat spin and 1 point in value ward, but
Where the hell's the point in crit?
I guess he just doesn't want it. You know, he just doesn't need it. The tier 1 up top is gonna go down with this next battle trance though, and there it goes. RT's getting the last hit.
I guess against Magnus, because usually you take the point in crit and you just walk up to the offlaner and auto them every so often, but he must be scared that Bulba's gonna skewer him into tower.
Yeah. I think
That's what you usually do against a melee offlaner.
what also is the value point in the spin too is maybe to avoid some of the damage from the shockwave every now and then, but that seems like a big waste
It's
of
too much mana
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah, you can't do that. No way. You just don't have the mana. That hero has such mana pool problems.
I'm too optimistic, sorry. And Ling, disrupted. Pink Panda or way too. Oh, he actually misses the stun, but it's more of a block, and he's gonna TP out right in front of him. The skewer's there. There you go. And Bulba gets the Magnus
skewer.
shockwave.
He almost TP'd out of that. That would have been annoying.
And would have been on the list of another good play. So, all right, 2 kills for Tinker. Already looking pretty good. Net worth wise, no surprise that RTZ and Black are on top.
Double arcane boots for Tinker, which is actually, I think this game it's really smart to have multiple arcane boots on their team because they're so mana hungry. It looks like Black is going to go the relatively greedy fast bloodstone build, but I think it's pretty validated here because Tongfu hasn't been really making anything happen, and Tinker have been able to play a passive greedy game, which is what they wanted to do in the first place.
And it seems they want to go for a kill here. Gonna triple Remnant on top of Black. Look at that damage in the chains, and he's repelled, and there's nothing you can do. CY played that phenomenally, and then good repel from Baidu Emperor.
Definitely. Once Ember gets some levels, he can definitely threaten those Zeus. That's why they picked him. It's good that they're managing to make it happen, because if they weren't, then the Ember would really struggle. I think their main bright spot right now is that after starting behind, Ember is actually doing very well. He's ahead of net worth to the Zeus, only a little bit behind the Troll. That's exactly what they need. Looks like drums first for him.
Do they want Bulba here? Ling is kind of going behind. They're pinging it. Gonna get the Hex. We do
It's
have
Omni.
Omni Slash. There's creeps though right by. He's not looking to use it. It bounces between the creeps instead. Oh, Bulba, he gets his salve cancel too. He should be dead here. There it is. So not bad. Good execution coming in from Tongfu so far.
Yeah. Bulba actually played that pretty smart. Though, like I really like that he went south to try to shuck the Omni off, and it actually did work. The Omni went onto the creeps, but unfortunately he wasn't able to. He like skewered this way, so he was never in range of the shop to buy a TP as he skewered, which is what I think he wanted to do. He wanted to skewer, buy TP, then salve and TP, and he wasn't able to do that, so he had to walk north to get to the TP. But otherwise, actually, I think he would have escaped. Yeah.
I just I looked there and there's just a bunch of circles and I'm like, okay. All right. Bulba coming down back towards the spot lane. He might be running into an axe and he's got to be very careful here.
Well, there's no blink axe. He's still about 1k away.
True. But they can still get the skill.
Yeah, they definitely could. But it's not...
RP? Oh, look at the Thunder God's Wrath with an RP. But they get the call before the RP comes out.
Yeah, he didn't RP at all.
No.
He got stunned too fast.
Shockwave? Oh. Could he even juke that? I think he could have. If he just ran straight up.
It's got a wider hitbox than
you think, yeah. Okay. Well, at least they got something, and they do save RP, but that's just good use of the Thunder God's Wrath early there, getting some good damage. And then we have Paidu Emperor kind of off by himself, filling that offlane role, seeing as to how he won't die as easy.
I mean, Omni wants to level. He really wants fast levels, otherwise he's not super useful.
Yeah. And
the same is true for Shadow Demon. And actually, it's one big thing about this game is that both of those supports are level 6. That's very important to both teams' game plans. Tongfu really needs the Guardian Angel to win extended engagements against Pro Warlord. And Team Tinker really needs Shadow Demon to get quick levels, especially because he's got those Shadow Poison build. If you start 1-0-2 and you don't get more levels, you are like worse than a rage creep. But now that he's level 6, he's got all his spells, he's got a very strong Shadow Poison, and he has Bird.
Alright, it's gonna be fun to see the team fights. If whoever gets repelled is gonna get purged immediately, and that target is just gonna get decimated, it seems. Arcane Boots up for the Omni Knight too, so he's getting his farm on. Wei, he's caught up quite a bit. He's right behind RTZ. And are they smoked right now? Oh, they are.
Because they have Guardian Angel, so it's a relatively, as long as they execute correctly, it's a relatively pain-free game.
And Arteezy, oh, but he remedied it up instead. They're gonna get the chains, purifications, and he's dead. He should be dead. They repelled him, actually. Whoa. Paidu Emperor, a little bit of a misclick there.
That's not who you want to be repelling, but...
That would actually be a legitimate case of 3-2-2.
No, I mean, that happens. So
I know.
Here's the big thing.
Oh,
if
this
they can clear this, yeah, but it's really risky.
A few Sleight of Fists, you know, purification, that's pretty much dead.
Rank 1 Sleight of Fist? It's gonna take an hour and all of your mana pool. No way.
Yeah, I mean, I just want the dream of it happening, but...
Yeah, it would be great, but it's not gonna happen. They would need, if Axe was there, then yeah, absolutely, they would take this deck. And that would actually be, like 2k net worth swing, it would be huge.
And it seems that Team Tinker are gonna give that one over to Bulba too, and he's gonna have his Blink Dagger after this.
Yeah, that's actually... It's too bad Axe wasn't with them for the game. That would be game-changing.
Oh, they're gonna go in. CY finds Pylai Die and actually slides him down. And I believe he purged too early. The repel came out afterwards.
I think so. I mean, he didn't have much time. Even the initial hit took most of his HP.
Oh, and Black did too? No?
No, he's too scared of... Because he has no Flame Guard and Black can ult.
Can you Remnant dodge the ulti? No, right? Yes?
I mean, it's instant, right? So, in theory, you can, but it's not ever gonna happen.
RTZ's cheekily trying to do this Roshan right now, but... let's reset a little bit. Okay, heals back up. Do they know? There's a ping coming out. I believe they do know. But will they contest it? They're just gonna let them have it? There's pings, they know.
It's not the easiest thing to contest against when you know there's an Earthshaker and Magnus with Blink. They know he has Blink because they saw the stack.
There's the that was a great repel, but the RP comes in only onto Ling though. They purify him back up. A double skewer coming in with the GA though, and then Ling, he does get taken down. Thunder God's Wrath comes out from Black, and Tinky Winky, he's just chasing, but Omni Slash to the Disruption interrupts the last hit of it though, and Way Too dodges away. The Remnant comes back, and there you go, CY on a killing spree. Gonna get the chop in from Shark, and a double kill for him. And now, Arteezy left all alone, the troll by himself, and that's a 4-for-2. That's a huge fight for Tongfu.
Yeah, they had the GA, and it was a sloppy fight from Tinker. The RP had next to no impact, and then everybody was just sort of running around Way2 didn't do that much. He tried to isolate with a fissure, but it didn't really do much of anything. The GA came because there wasn't an RP on the Omni Knight. It was just a good, well-executed fight from Tongfu.
Round
Kinda
2?
sloppy from Tinker.
Do we really go
Probably
for round 2 here?
Yeah. Artur really wants this Roche. And the thing about Tongfu is there's no way that they can really take the Roche. So all they can do is wait for Team Tinker to try to take it and then steal it, so...
Does he have Mask of Madness? Yeah, there's a Mask of Madness on
They
this.
smoked.
Uh-oh.
This is iffy because they don't have Omni Slash, they don't have GA, but if
they don't have
do
RP
win this, then they win
or
the
Thunder
game.
God's Wrath.
The Thunder Gods is gonna be up
Oh,
on the
smoke
turn.
broke, pilot die. He gets called and hexed. Oh, he's just dead. And no chop, just Purification Steel coming in from Baidu. Emperor, CY is gonna find Black. Nice chains coming out. And Black should just go down. Boop, there's a last hit from Wei, and another little nice exchange. Look at that. Team Tinker getting
wasn't...
picked.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that smoke gank, and Tongfu has amazing vision around the pit because they know the pit's where the action is. Oh, Wei's in trouble. That's free. He's very free right now.
They get it? No! Wow! Blink Coal on a 2, chains on a 2, Purification and the chop.
Nice.
Jeez.
That's an outplay, for sure. That actually is Roche. Now they definitely take
Oh, the buyback! He picked up the region, just instantly dies, and like, alright, screw Roche.
That's funny.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe they... it's tough to predict that the Zeus is going to buy back, but maybe they could have repelled or something. But they knew that he had regens. They were like, well, he's going to be fine.
That
Actually,
is...
a very smart buyback. It prevents Roche.
Yeah, that was a perfect buyback. And that's just another series of unfortunate events. So, alright, let me close this. Boom, boom. Where do we go from here? I mean, Tongfu demonstrating that they're pretty coordinated in their team fights, man, and they are getting really, really good initiations off and counter engages too.
Yeah, no, this is by all means I mean, they're not like a world top level team, but they're a very legitimate team. They're not like, they're all composed of strong players. They stack together a lot, so they're playing very well this game. They have a good strategy. They're playing it properly. And Tinker, definitely so far, I feel I've been really underestimating them in some of these fights. Like, when you use your ults really suboptimally, you can't really hope to win an engagement like that. And now they know they're behind, and they have these heroes that aren't that strong from behind. Max Poison, SD, under-level Earthshaker, and Zeus, who doesn't really have much of the way of items either, because he was thinking he would get a super fast Bloodstone. It's no longer super fast.
Yeah, just sitting on the Soul Ring and the Arcanes. He goes for Blink Dagger instead, so a little modification in his build. And he'll be looking to close some gaps very quickly. They want to scout with the Thunder God's Wrath? No. Okay, he was just kind of pump faking it, but this tier 1's going to go down. Wei gets the last hit, and they just back away, playing their game.
I'm surprised that Bulba hasn't leveled in power yet. I would have thought Artur would be screaming for it. But...
you know, maybe just looking for some more raw damage right now in the team fights.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad in team fights either. If you RP and the troll is hitting the stack of players that you RP. But no, I mean, it makes sense. CY might be in trouble, but probably not. It's fine.
Searing Chains, too hard.
I mean, this is by no means over. Both teams still have play at most stages of the game. Team Tinker's going to want to slow it down at this point.
Smoke broke. They find way to. Uh-oh. Chained up. He's a level 4 Earthshaker. Does stun up CY just a little bit. He's in a TP right in front of him. They finger him instead. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's a pretty worth finger. Lion, it's not so bad for Lion to get the gold here so we can go towards Blink. Blink Dagger is huge for Lion this game. You can really mess up a lot of Tinker, what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that Blink Dagger is going to be so much fun to watch. As soon as he just Blink hexes and they're just like, oh, crap. So, purified up, healed back to full, and ready to just get things underway. They're going to be pushing onto this tier 1 right now. And Wei does have Omni Slash, so they have to be very careful with how they position.
I would consider not defending this if I was Tinker.
Throwing in illusions, a little bit of a bait. Wei isn't going to bite. But up top, Artur is doing the rat thing.
Yeah, he almost took a tier 2.
In a lot of his games,
there.
I've been noticing that Arteezy has been picking up the Ogre Frost Mage. Whenever he has Hamlet as Dominator, just armor everybody up, and that armor is actually ridiculously strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's no worse than Lich Armor, really. It's extremely good. I mean, early in the game, why would you... you could take a Wolf, which has almost no survivability, and yeah, it gives you damage, but on not that big base. Or you can take an Ogre or Frost Mage and never lose a duel to any hero ever.
Yeah. 30% slow, 20 attack slow too. Not bad.
I mean, 8 armor. Like that... 8 armor. That's so much.
How much armor?
8.
Oh, 8.
I mean, like if it's like a anti-desolate. It's more than an anti-desolator. Like it's ludicrous.
So S and Y is completed for Arteezy now, and I mean he's probably not going to ever give up on this push. He might not be joining these fights for a long time till he's ready, and has BKB at least. So pinging
Other
out.
thing about the yeah. But as long as Archer is separated from the team isn't getting the benefit of that Frost Mage. So all these physical damage dealers, which they're basically a fully physical damage focused.
Perfect timing. Holy crap.
Good scouting. I don't really favor Tinker in 5v5s yet, though. They still don't have Echo Slam, for instance.
No, yeah, he's a long ways away. He's got 500 XP more to go. So gotta wait for that. His Blink Dagger isn't coming anytime soon either. And deny.
Fat stacks.
Fat stacks. Oh yeah, he's empowered too. Leave it down, baby. Get it, Arteezy. Oh, that money.
That's a lot of money for sure.
Don't feed the troll, guys.
What next for Arteezy, I wonder? I wonder if this is a BKB game. Probably not. I think he'll just go straight for Scotty.
Yeah, the extra benefit of the stats seems pretty good here. I don't think he's too worried about being hexed, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen at this point?
I mean, Hex Finger Heal Earth Spike is a big deal, but so is all of Axe's damage, all of Jug's damage, so on and so forth. Here he goes.
Again, jeez, he just does not want to get out of this pit. Still have a troll of the bridge. He's a troll of the pit.
I think he has it this time. He should have it. The other thing about the Frost Mage is it's the best thing you can have against Roshan.
Remnant Scouts, they know.
They
Do they
know,
get here in
but
time?
it's already mostly dead. I think this is probably his.
Let's see. They're getting close. The B Fury is picked up for CY. He can Remnant in. The Fissure actually doesn't connect. He's going to get repelled. He gets the Sleight of Fist off, but the Aegis is picked up, and there's a Disruption coming out too. So Arteezy's looking to fight a little bit. They get the Omni Slash in. Pylai's going to die, but the RP straight afterwards, and Wei goes down. The Sleight of Fist with Searing Chains doing so much damage. And then they get a stun in onto Arteezy, but he's going to chase. Repel comes out. Oh, the Fissure timing was so close. Now they slow him down too. But Blade Call comes out. They might be able to get this off of Arteezy. The Cull, not in time. The damage coming in from the Zeus too does pick up the Juggernaut, the Lion kill. And Arteezy, he's hungry. He wants it. He's got to be careful of the Cull. Oh, they're both playing with each other so hard. But Wei at 2 actually falls down to the Sleight of Fist damage, and now the bashes.
Troll Warlord.
Woo! 10%.
Troll Warlord, everybody. What a hero.
10% hype.
I think actually, still pretty sloppy from both teams, I think. If Tongfu.NA had used their abilities even like 10% better, I think they could have dominated that fight. Like, for instance, they could have taken the Aegis off Arteezy, but what happened was the Ember backs off slightly and the Axe goes in, and Omni heals the Ember instead of the Axe, so the heal damage didn't hit Arteezy. That would have probably killed him. And then I think Axe missed a Cull on Arteezy after that. Like, again, if the heal damage goes through, then he definitely gets the Cull.
He faked the Cull there, I think. That was what he was doing. He saved it for the last time. He tried to get the hit before he blinked and just couldn't do it.
But even so, if the heal goes through, then he doesn't have to fake it. He just gets a free bonus for the entire team.
Alright, so, I mean, they're good. Now that they have the Aegis, so Arteezy's happy. He can stop complaining to his team that he wants Aegis, and they didn't lose at that fight either. That's the big thing. Had they lost at that last fight, that would have been terrible for them.
Yeah, I think very, very, very important fight for Team Tinker, because now not only do they have the Aegis, but Troll in the last 3 minutes has picked up like 3k or more net worth and an Aegis. So it's like an enormous power differential now. Yeah, he has a full BKB coming in.
Full BKB, tier 1 towers going down, and tier 1 and mid going down for the Tongfu side too. So they're at least trading a little bit here. And you can see that Tongfu's kind of changed up a little bit. They're not looking for the 5 versus 5 anymore. Definitely want to wait out that Aegis.
They were just a little bit late. It was a little bit questionable, and then they didn't execute 100%. So it's going to be... The game actually got a lot harder than it seems like it is. Like, you look at this team, you're like, oh, they're up 15 to 8, but they're not really leading in a more strategic sense.
Yeah. And now Arteezy just gets to have his way with this map. Just going down, taking tier 2s. He's like, you can't stop me from taking this tier 2. What you gonna do, huh? You gonna blink into me? I'm gonna bash you in the first hit.
Lion is a little short of blink too, so he really doesn't want to fight.
Yeah. 175 away. So he'll sit
Another
back.
thing, Jug has to be careful. he's got to be careful of how he uses his Mask of Madness in team fights. In the last fight, he mommed in, and then he Omni Slashed, and then all he got was a Soul Catcher to the face, and he got one shot, so...
Oh yeah, the amplified damage would stack up there. Ugh. That's disgusting.
Yeah, SD is in some ways, it's an interesting thing of using SD against Mask of Madness carriers in order to just make them get killed really quickly.
Alright, so here we go. They're smoked up behind, looking to see how they want to engage, and now tier 1, tier 2, excuse me. Gonna be going down.
Still really hard. Ember's like good, but he does have a Chrysalis.
He didn't blink. Oh.
That sucks. He could have definitely taunted Arteezy, I think.
That happens a lot. I notice that a lot with a lot of the Axe players in these games sometimes. It's just, you just see them call randomly, they're like, oh, shit.
It's usually either because they got, I mean, in this game, it could be because he got whacked by Zeus, but he wasn't. I think it's usually server lag.
Well, we'll fix your stuff. Tier 2, still? It should be going down anytime soon. I mean, Team Tinker don't want to overcommit. They don't want to lose the Aegis for nothing. So, it seems like they're going to back out. All right. They got deboardage, too. Like, they've been doing pretty well in their warding positions. So, they back out. Be content with the damage they did, and even force, the Lion to go up top.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, not an enormously high impact Aegis, except for the fact that it keeps Tongfu completely off the map because of playing aggressively. It lets Team Tinker set up aggressive forward vision, and it gives Arteezy tons of space to farm. So, yes, they didn't take that many map objectives, but overall, you're still very happy with what this Aegis gave you.
And thinking of a late game, Tongfu, they still have a chance in that aspect. Sure. Seeing as the whole troll is really the only big right clicker in this team, and everybody really is just looking to defend him. It's kind of like an almost 4 protect 1 kind of composition.
I mean, Zeus late game is pretty fearsome too.
Yeah, true. Once he has Ags and Refresher.
The one thing is that Arteezy, and this happens a lot on whenever Arteezy is playing, is that he takes up so much farm. Like, Black really isn't farming. He only's got 126 creep slaughters, whereas Arteezy has 217. So Black's not really getting that much space. So he is going to have a delayed item development. You can see he has Blink Bloodstone, which is great, but not really giving you any damage. So
true. And they're not.
If this does drag on, though.
It should drag on. I feel like this is going to be one of those 50-60 minute games.
You think? Yeah. It could be.
Everybody's getting blink daggers. They're setting up for their juking and jiving positions, and they want to get way too. Oh, Sleight of Fist. He missed the chain, but wait, what? Oh, the creep killed him.
Yeah, creep damage. I mean, this Ember is really big. This is definitely a problem. He's 5-0 and 8. Like, he's after getting and a kill bottom.
Okay, Omni Knight goes down. I saw them all kind of clustered up. Oh, we even got Pilot Eye getting caught out here. But do we have the spikes? We do. With the call on top. And are there going to be any spins? Nope, doesn't need them. Just chops him down anyway. Shark gets that one kill, and that's a 2-for-1 across the map.
Not actually that great of a trade for Tongfu because they use the GA, and that means for 2.5 minutes they have essentially no 5v5 pressure against Team Tinker.
Who says they really need that completely? Come on. They don't need just GA.
Fair enough, but I mean, if they want to win, it probably behooves them not to let Artur get 6 items in 38 minutes. So.
True. And it seems that he's going to be going for the Scotty next. So, I mean, he's one more item away from being just about 6 slotted.
That's definitely the item of this game. There's really no doubt.
Alright, and power it up, just farm in the jungle. At some point, Tongfu are going to be pressured to do something, and the Ember Spirit's going to be the one to do it. He's almost got himself a Daedalus. Could go for the double Battle Fury build if he really wants to.
I mean, Ember's gonna... The thing about it is, no matter how ahead Tinker gets, this Ember's gonna be very, very capable of defending high ground, so... I definitely think Tongfu have a lot of play in this game.
What does he have? Oh, Demon Edge, okay. So he's going for the Daedalus first. Not bad.
That makes sense. You want to be able to one-shot the Earthshaker.
Who is still extremely underfarmed. Oh, okay, never mind, he's got it. Just kidding.
Unless he walks into death, then yeah.
I'm sure he's got auto-buy ready, if anything.
Sure. No comment.
No comment, alright. Well, as we head to this point, there's the Blink Dagger, looking for another team fight. The Team Tinker side looking pretty set with how big Arteezy is, but it's only one person being that big, and there's a lot they have to rely on to keep him alive.
Blink on ES could be huge. As long as he doesn't get smacked with a sleight of fist when he wants to blink in, that could absolutely turn fights for Team Tinker and move them from maybe slightly winning fights, which is what they did in the last fight, to convincingly winning fights.
Scouting. Thunder God's Wrath. Not going to see anybody up top. And what's Arteezy going to do? She's going to push. Empowered, ready to go. 40 seconds left on the respawn of the Roche. And this tower is very low. Blink Call comes in immediately, though. They're going to try to pull him back, but the disruption, there it is. Defensively used. And Arteezy's fine.
Paladai uses these non-traditional supports very, very well. I think that was a super smart disruption. His disruptions all game have been on point.
This is not one of those games where the odd pick doesn't work. Paladai.
I mean, it hasn't done that much.
Oh, Blink Call comes in again. They got the Omni Slash on top, and there's another good defensive disruption coming out. And they look to turn. The RP gets canceled, though, by the spikes to come on in. But Arteezy's still beating them down. The GA's there, stopping them for a little bit. They get pushed back, and there's the Echo Slam on top. The damage is too intense. Double kill for Arteezy. Way too getting some revenge for the early game, but Sai is there now. He's going to get the Remnant out, and that's a 3-for-1, a 3-for-none, excuse me, with the tower going down in the Team Tinker favor. So that is insane.
And Omni Slash. I can't even. What the heck happened to the Omni Slash? I didn't see anybody.
It got disrupted. It was on Arteezy, and then disruption stopped it completely.
So this, yeah, now the SD pick definitely is extremely influential because it completely stopped their team fight ultimates. The GA didn't really do anything. The Omni didn't do anything. Great play by Team Tinker for sure in that fight. Now it's okay. Now it's really hard for Tongfu.NA to win.
Oh jeez. Scotty's gonna be coming to him very soon too.
And a second egg.
Second egg? Oh boy.
This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, I don't know at this point. CY's still doing what he can. He's still capable of holding off these wave pushes, but it's only an Ember Spirit spamming Sleight of Fist.
Well, this is when the Daedalus gives you a lot more power in teamfights, but what it doesn't give you is really the creep clear that 2 Battle Furies would, so... I don't know. The thing about Team Tinker's high ground is that they're not really going to slow siege you. They'll just walk Troll up to the high ground, and then when you initiate, he'll pop BKB and hit you with right clicks.
Right clicks galore. Yeah, just face tanking the tier 2. Going down. Now they try to break high ground? Seems like that's the idea.
Yeah, I guess I don't really understand what Tongfu.NA's plan to beat Arteezy Dire first pick Troll was, because it doesn't seem like they picked heroes that are that amazing against him. But I don't know. Like, Axe is pretty freaking mediocre against Troll, I feel. Jug is also kind of mediocre. Omni's really good against Troll, but it's just an Omni by himself.
You can only purify and GA so many times in one game.
Well, exactly, yeah. You're right, you're absolutely right.
So we got Refresher coming in from Black soon. And 9 stacked Bloodstone. They're smoked up. They're ready to go. Oh, blinked out time. Wow. Just that timing. They're gonna look for Black and maybe try to go for a tour. This is gonna be tough. He pops the BKB. Look at the bashes. Way. So absolutely no chance. Another bastion onto the Emperor. Oh man, but Shark in the back picks up a mega kill streak off on Way 2. As he blinks away, he's trying to get the safety. It seems that he does do so. And then the Ember Spirit gets chased down. They draw out a defensive spike. Tinky Winky can't do much. He's chained up again, and oh boy, that was not good.
Another very good trade for Dire for Team Tinker. And I mean, it's just kind of unfortunate. You have an Axe who's 5-0-4. You have a Ember who's 5-0-8, and you're kind of getting thrashed, right? Like, that shouldn't happen. Like, those heroes should be winning the game for you, and yet you just feel really helpless, I think, right now if you're talking.
That's just Troll's influence, man. Oh, disruption comes in. Here comes the plays. Oh, he actually remnanted through the skewer. Well played.
Yeah. Nice play by him, but unfortunately won't save the tower.
That tower is just destroyed. Oh, he got a crit. Woo! Goodbye.
Nice.
He's 6-0-8. He's still trying. He's got 2,000 more gold in the bank. What could he get that could possibly even think about turning this game around? Is there anything?
I mean, he's gonna get a double crit,
okay,
which does give you it does give you those random chances, right? Like, sometimes you're just gonna sleight a fist and, hey, if you frag the Magnus and you frag the Earthshaker, that's a fight you could win, right? Like, pray to RNGesus.
This is a game for crits, if anything. Well,
yeah, I think double crit is
crits.
It's cheaper than Rapier and less chance of randomly losing it.
But the Rapier gives you so much more damage.
It's true, but it's the risk, I think, is maybe a little too high. What Rapier does do is clear stacks very quickly, but it doesn't give you that, like, in the event that you crit, it doesn't give you that much more.
Okay. So, I mean, Team Tinker's still pushing. 22,000 net worth for this troll at 32 minutes. It couldn't get any better for Arteezy right now. He's just sitting back in his chair. Probably playing with just one hand at this point. Just right-clicking away. That's all he needs to do. Just right-click, right-click, right-click. And press R. So he needs to use his other hand for R. But now he finds CY. Ooh, no first hit bash. Okay.
I'm sure he can reach the ultimate button with the one hand.
It's not like he's got the faceless void that's like a T-Rex with short arms and can't use the keyboard or something. I love those concepts. Those are fun. Oh, he dominated the wrong creep. Oh, he wanted the alpha wolf, I think.
Dominated the small guy?
Yeah, he dominated the little wolf.
20% chance for 200% damage. It's not so bad.
He's gonna crit once and just kill off the Ember Spirit. But
Ember should have the... Oh, no, actually, you're right. He has 1,500. Still, it's a really tough game for Tongfu. I mean, they're doing their best, but they're being outvisioned. I would love to see them do more of like a attempt at divisioning like this area.
They're pinging. Oh, that's you
pinging. Pretty safe. No, that's me. That's me.
I was like, wow, they're really smart. They know where to D-ward as soon as you say it.
They would have definitely seen this. Like, I mean, obviously, like he would have been standing here when he placed it. So.
Oh, jeez, the axe just dies too up top. Don't even need RP. That's just Bulba shockwaving and.
That's a huge kill.
Yeah, losing the axe. It's 50 seconds on the deck. Does he have a buyback? He does. So that at least helps.
I don't think he'll need to. I don't think Tinker are even gonna press the issue in those 40 seconds. They're just gonna wait until they get further ahead under the day 9.
Can we look at the graph real quick, net worth wise? Oh, 10,000 dip.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah, I guess we have to. You know, it's part of the casting job. 10,000 plus gold, and looking about the same story for XP.
Yeah, I mean, Tongfu were hanging in there until that fight that went disastrously with the failed Omni and the 2 failed call pulls and the failed GA. And then things went poorly, and now Team Tinker has total map control. Tongfu's not dewarding at all. They have no vision at all. They have this little pocket of vision, and that's about it. I guess they have a lane ward here, but they can't leave their base except for Ember Spirit, really.
Arteezy just by himself. Look at how cocky he's playing. Jeez.
I mean, he's got, at this point, the troll moves at max movement speed because he has the butterfly flutter as well as the face boots.
Oh, he's caught. Nope. Psy? Not gonna do it? Okay.
I mean, what's the Omni gonna do, right?
Chunk him down a little bit?
Yes. I mean, he has a Yules, but the thing is, the Omni has Yules but no Blink. If he had Blink Yules, then yeah, he could Blink Yules Arteezy and the rest of the team could catch up. But because he only has the Yules, he has no interactivity at all with this troll at this point.
It kind of just feels like they're just suffocating Tongfu at this point, waiting to deal that one last blow.
Yep. Suffocating is definitely the right way to put it.
Oh,
Blink
Blink
has a refresher.
They find Wade. Is there a first hit bash? Let's see. Oh, there's a fissure on top though, so there you go. Look at that damage.
I think it was that Mom plus Max Soul Catcher too, where he just melts immediately. Paladin is really showing off the different aspects of the Shadow Demon here. The level 1 Shadow Poison for zoning the offlaner as well as stacking creep camps. It's good for stacking jungle. Maxing the poison for damage, using disruption defensively against Axe, using Purge. He's done everything.
Oh, he tried to throw the Purge there, but CY got a division in time. There's the Purge and the Repel. CY, he's like, I'm running, okay.
But even so, it's nearly a free. Well, at least it's like a quarter of a tier free.
Alright. This is it. This is it. This is time. Here come the illusions of Arteezy. The troll gang squad with the illusions of Bulba. They get the fissure on the side. Oh, he's just dead.
That's really bad.
Buyback comes out. We got Shark getting pretty low too. He's getting chased out, but the GA's there. They get the fissure on top, though. The damage is just too much. Bulba gets a double kill. Arteezy gets a double kill. They're trying to slide a fist and make this work. Side just can't get anything off. He's gonna get rushed down here. He gets slowed up, disrupted, and he should be brought down, but there's a call into 2. Sai, can you help this one out? Gets the chase. Is there a double dunk? No, there isn't. A triple kill for Arteezy. 4 staffing forward. Pilot Die trying to go aggressive, and that might be it.
Jeez Louise. That was so risky by the Ember. I thought he was dead. Really good move of Axe to save the Ember there. If the Ember dies, it's curtains. As it is, it's actually not, because he did manage to get enough slides. Oh man, Pilot Die, wow. Going all the way in on that.
That was just the amount of balls coming out from Team Tinker right now.
I mean, they know how ahead they are.
Yeah.
At least Ember is still up. It's really, really important. And I actually did push them off because Arteezy took so much damage.
When's the next Roche here? We got about 2 minutes on that? Yeah. So.
I wonder. Maybe Tongfu might actually go for an all-in smoke gank at Roche. It's iffy, but then again, if you give Cheese and Aegis away to the Zeus troll team, I don't see how you will.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. This is a almost 30,000 net worth troll. Looking to go to town. Now we're a refresher orb too on the Magnus. Double RP. Let's go. Is there a refresher orb too? Oh yeah, there's been a refresher orb on black for a long time.
I mean, I just think maybe Axe is fading as a first pick material hero. I feel like he's been so effectively... He started really, really well, but as the game's dragged on, the Shadow Demon has completely neutralized him. If you have a hero who's neutralizable by like such a low tier hero like this, maybe he's... I mean, Axe is still very, very strong, but I think he hasn't really been able to make the game impact that he wanted to this game. Could be items too. He's no blade mail, just the blink force. The force has done absolutely nothing because you get forced to pull people back, and that's exactly what the disruption has ruined. So maybe like blade mail.
There's a 38-minute 6 slot too for Arteezy. So just needs an Aegis.
Right on time.
Perfectly on time. Oh god, that is way too scary.
And Bulba has Refresher, and Black has Refresher. That's the main thing that the extra time gave them. It's not that Arteezy needs that money, it's that the other players who were starting a little more behind now have that money as well.
Now we can give them some farm, you know? Give them some jungle camps.
Oh, that won't happen. But they'll find farm elsewhere.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are on your own. How many losses does he have right now? 370, not bad. Almost at 10 creeps per minute.
It's definitely a creep clicker. Paladai disrupting the Jug illusions to generate his own Jug illusions. That's pretty sick too. Free, not quite free tower damage, but even so.
And once Artur is ready, he will lead the charge for his team. Roche is back up in the next couple seconds, and then we see an Aegis and Cheese.
This is such a low percentage.
Oh way! He got slowed. Scotty Slow's coming in. Okay, he's not gonna commit.
Meanwhile, if anybody ever decides to go in this lane, Tongfu.NA are ready.
They're baiting. This is the old bait and switch.
I mean, they're not really baiting. Like, they're baiting with creeps. They're like, Arteezy, do you want to come click these creeps?
You want to go farm, Arteezy? Come on, man. It'll be fun. Disruption.
Meanwhile, they lose in the top lane. But yeah.
Oh, jeez. Refresher Orb comes on out. And it just doesn't seem like they can do anything. Omnislash doing no damage to Arteezy. He's like, what is this? You scratching my back? BKB comes out. He turns around, throws out the serious right clicks. He's going to be able to take down Wei. He's got a double kill. Do we see the rampage this game? He's going to go on a side. He's going to get called. And then immediately that Axe does not want anything to do with him. But there's the Thunder God's Wrath. They're going to skewer back the Axe. And this should just be GG for game one. Team Tinker. Team Stand-In. Just going to town.
Yeah, I mean, that thing at the end is what you get when the troll lands the whirling miss and has a butterfly, and Jug just Omni slashes and it does.
He has MKB. The Jug had an MKB.
Oh, does he? Yeah, you're right. He finished his MKB before that, but even so, I don't know. It's a tough game. Tongfu, they actually played pretty well for a while, and they won some fights, but then their lineup was fragile and required them using all their spells really, really pinpoint precisely to win fights in the mid game when Arteezy was farming so quickly, and they didn't quite manage to do that.
Alright, so that does it for game one between Tongfu.NA and the mishmash of Team Tinker players. I'm EGAD, or at EGADcast on Twitter, and joining me here was vykromond. I hope I say your name right. I'm pretty bad at pronouncing names. You can hit him up as well over there on the Twitterverse. And don't forget to follow Beyond the Summit, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. You can pick up the iLeague ticket too in the store. And we'll be back for game two. This is going to be a best of 3. So we'll see if Tongfu has what it takes to get to that point. But for now, hit a quick break, enjoy the music, and we'll get that next game up for you as soon as possible.